Ahoy hoy! Gavin here from San Fernando Guitars. You'll know me from the guitars I've been making and my collection of Gavin's Grotty guitars. People have asked me,
when you pick up these unloved and uncared for instruments, Gavin, what do you do to get them working again?
well, that's what this series is about. I rescue, repair these poor pieces of wood and get them working again. To them,
I'm the Resurrectionist.
Ahoy hoy! Welcome to episode 1 of the Resurrectionist. This is our first patient. Now, how do we look at guitars when we pick them up to see whether they're worth saving or not? First things first, the name. Squier by Fender. Okay, so we know it's going to be half decently made. Next thing we look at is what's missing. On first looks, everything seems to be there. The more canny of you may have noticed that there only seems to be 2 controls. And I've grown in height. The even more canny of you may have noticed the word mini here. So we know it's a smaller scale instrument, but it looks pretty damn good. We've got 3 pickups with staggers on it. We are missing the spring on one of the pieces of the bridge here. That's easily replaceable. It's a bit dusty, it's got a bit of old snot on it. Everything seems to move. Bit of rust on the screws there. No strings on the guitar. Now, why is that important? If it had strings, we'd be able to see what the action was like, see if there's any issues with the neck. Nothing appears to be cracked or broken back here. There's some scratches. Show me a guitar that's used that doesn't have them. And all the tuners are in place. They've all got a bit of tension on them. And if you look down the neck, what do you see? It looks relatively straight. Sorry, it looks relatively straight to me. So, this needs a clean-up, a screw. You'll notice it's a hardtail bridge, my favourite, and a bit of a clean-up. So, what did I pay for this beauty? This was another great win. It was a tenner. So, even if it doesn't work, I've won. Right, off to the workshop. Ahoy! We're back in the room. So what have we got? We've got this 2005 Mini Squier Strat. Now, as you can see, basically all I had to do was a little bit of cleaning up and polishing. I replaced the tone knob with one that was more similar in colour to the volume, a little bit faded, creamier. Full clean of the hardtail bridge, new strings, cleaned the body. You saw what I did with the fretboard. which was a deep clean, scrubbing with very fine, it's like a Brillo pad but not. Then feeding the wood, new strings, and the whole body given a bit of a clean, all the contacts given a bit of a clean, which means that we have a working guitar. So, well, as a Gavin's Grotty guitars afterwards. What is it? Well, it's a mini guitar. People started doing mini and travel guitars. You've seen some of the ones like the Westfield I had earlier. This is Squier's version, or rather Fender's Squier's version, and it's not awful. It's got the right shape. It's got an interesting neck. If you're thinking, oh, it's a bit short, it's actually only 1 fret difference. So, that would be full length. Interesting, eh? Would it make that much difference? In fact, I did some maths to try and work out the right string gauges to use, and I ended up using 10s. Obviously it needs a tune. It's not much different to a normal Strat. It is a bit thinner. It is a bit flatter. It's a bit smaller. But that's hardly surprising, is it? So, I bought it for £10. It's now, if you want to buy it, make me an offer. But let's face it, don't try under 50. It's a perfectly good beginner's guitar now, for those of smaller stature. And it makes me look even more enormous than I normally am. Anyway, that's it for me being a resurrectionist this week. Hope you enjoyed that. Next week, who knows what will turn up. Till then, toodaloo.